Welcome all to my first Let's Play. We're going to be starting with Oracle of Seasons. Now, after this game, we have its partner game, Oracle of Ages. I already have a file name started, so let's dig into this, and during the intro, I'll talk a little bit more. This is going to be my first Let's Play on YouTube. I'm hoping to make it fun. I am looking to do a 100% playthrough of both Oracle of Ages and Oracles of Seasons. I hope to be able to collect every ring. That will be the hardest part of this game, because they're kind of random how to get some of them. But everything else is pretty straightforward and pretty easy to do. So yeah, starting off this game, you are brought to this different world. You're not in Hyrule. You're in Drum. Another kind of world Link gets teleported to. And you see up there Din. Yes, name of one of the goddesses. In this world, she is the Oracle of Seasons. So after you talk to all these characters, you go up to Din, and she gives you text, and then afterwards you get a nice cutscene with her. So. Over, talk to her, and you get a cutscene. I'm not gonna read through all the text. I feel that if I put it at a decent pace, you guys can read along. Important text, sure, I will spend a little bit more time on, and maybe I'll read them. We'll see how that goes. Whenever I talk to like a side character or something, I really won't bother. A lot of them don't have the most interesting things to say. But, oh. So this is our introduction to the main bad guy. His name is Onox, General of Darkness. Sounds like a tornado. And he's gonna send everyone flying. Saves the two of you for last. Throws you aside and then takes Din. So, the plot of this game revolves around Din being captured, of course, and being the Oracle of Seasons, she kind of keeps all the seasons in order throughout Drum, and with her being captured, everything goes out of whack. So, you'll notice whenever I travel between certain areas, the season will change, and with that, the areas, with that, the areas look different, and eventually we will have the power to change the seasons and that'll allow us to get through different things. Like, in winter, there's snow and the water freezes, so we can get over bodies of water by walking over them, and snow kind of piles up in certain areas and allows us to get to things. During the summer, happens in the summer. In fall, there's leaves and mushrooms are ready for picking. In spring, flowers bloom, and you can use them to get to higher ground. I would think in summer, maybe the water dries up. I feel there's something else that happens too. So you learn that Impa is actually the Impa in all the Zelda games, even though they're different Impas, different Zeldas, but always Zelda's kind of guardian, protector. So Zelda sent her to this world to protect Din because she foresaw something happening, and well, something still did happen. So she's asking us to go to the Maku tree. See? Snow pile. Fun. So this city is the only area where the seasons will change every time I enter it. They can duplicate, but I'll show you. So, going over here, it's winter. Going back to the city, still winter. Now it's spring. And winter again. I guess it really likes winter right now. So, okay. This game kind of takes a page out of the book of Link's Awakening. And makes you go get your sword and doesn't just give it to you at the beginning of the game. It's on the beach, but it's in a cave versus just being literally on the beach. So I have this little puzzle maze. I mean, it's not the hardest puzzles, but it's something. So I have to get through this. Oh. Don't get hurt by enemies. Void. Now we have to go back through this. So this game was released for the Game Boy Color. I remember getting it as a child, and I played it. I got it pretty much right at release, and my friend got Oracle of Ages. So pretty much we each played our respective games, and then ended up trading the games so we could play the other one. So that was really cool that we pretty much had each other's sequel. You can play the games in either order. I'm just playing Seasons because I got Seasons first, so I figured I'd start where I started. So that's really exciting. Yeah, so once I beat this game, we'll do the transfer code. I'll show off how to do the transfer code. I mean, before you could also use the GBA, well, the Game Boy Link cable, or the Game Boy Advance Link cable, and you could just kind of copy the game over, but now we have to use the codes. I don't think I have two Game Boy Advances, Game Boy Colors, or any of those lying around to be able to play both. Oop, can't take those yet. So I'll have to do it the code way, and I'll show people how that's done. It's really neat that the games were connected like that. When you play the connected games, it kind of adds some extra things to the second playthrough, so that'll be interesting, and I'll point out the differences. So, now we have to wake up the Great Maku Tree. Wow, who's that? Did you wake me? Who are you? What? Din was taken while I was asleep. While I slept. There's no sign of the Temple of Seasons. So during that cutscene video, they show the Temple of Seasons sinking underground. This is awful. Guarding the Oracle is my duty. Alas, how I've withered. What's to be done, toast? With the seasons in chaos, the land is robbed of the very essence of nature, draining all of my might. Can you save Din in my steed? It is all the Maker Tree has ever asked. I sense evil in the northern peak where the Temple of Seasons rested. Onox has casted a shadow on the northern peak. I think you will find him there. You'll need the 8 essences of nature that lie sleeping in Holodrum. Gathering all 8 is the only option. The essences possess the sacred power of nature, with which you can break the shadow barrier and save Din. Shall I repeat it? No, I don't need to hear that again. I give you this key, go to the giant root near the lake up north. The first essence should be there, but I expect some resistance. Be careful. I'll just rest until no energy. I thought I'd read that. That'd be fun. I want to read certain texts because, I mean, they're kind of important to the story. Other ones, I don't know. We'll see when it comes. This is the ring shop. I talked about rings a little bit earlier. They're equipable. You can have one ring equipped at a time, and it's kind of a bonus. Some of them give bonuses. Some of them do silly little effects. Some of them actually make the game harder. So it's kind of, you kind of wear what you want to wear. Oh, this is the first dungeon. This is kind of going back to how this game was going to be a remake of the original Zelda. They kind of modeled this exact dungeon to be the first dungeon, because this is probably where they were at programming before they stopped. So this dungeon is the exact same shape, has the exact same boss, and as we go through the different levels, you'll learn that this game has all the bosses from the original Zelda. So it's kind of cool. But this dungeon is shaped exactly. The rooms are different, but it still has the exact same shape. And it kind of, outside too, you go over a body of water to get to a tree. And you go into it, so. Oh, this is supposed to be a root, not a tree, but same difference. So, travel on the funland cart. Kill these guys before I can push that. There we go. A little block pushing puzzle. There we go. That was so challenging. And we get gaseous seed. Okay, so gaseous seeds get planted in soft soil. I walked by a little plot of soft soil, so when I leave this dungeon I can go plant the seed, and over time it'll grow into a tree. And when it grows into a tree, there's a gaseous nut that drops from it. You can swing at it with your sword, and you can pick it up. And with that, you can find an item inside of it. Sometimes you find a heart, sometimes rupees, sometimes a piece of heart. So you can get multiple things, which is really cool. You can get rings in it as well, which is what I was mentioning about randomness of rings. So some rings you can only get from drops out of the gaseous seeds, and because of that, it gets really hard to find some of the rings, because you can only find them and it's random. So sometimes you won't get the rings you want. Some rings are more rare than others, so we'll see how many rings I can get. Excuse me. I have the time between two games to find those, so I mean, there are some that are only found in this game, and then some found in that game, so I mean, I will have to look hard for those. Watch out for those guys. The next room coming up is going to be my first mini-boss room. It's kind of a throwback to the original game, even though it didn't have mini-bosses. It has some of the enemies, the boomerang guys. It has one of each color. And in this room, in the original game, you would have been able to get a chance to get... No, this room was actually, had those blade guys in it. But in the first level, you did get the boomerang, and those guys, I think they threw their boomerang like once, but they throw their boomerang between the two of them, which is kind of cool. So. But this room looks like the first game. And then we go down into a cave, just like in the first game. But it's not the bow. Instead, we're going to get the seed satchel. So the seed satchel right now has ember seeds in it. You use those to light things on fire. You can light torches. You can light enemies. It has multiple uses. There's 4 other seeds that you can find and pick up. We don't have them right now, but we'll eventually find them throughout the game. So after beating a mini boss, you get this warp. It warps you back to earlier in the dungeon. Most of the time, it warps you to the beginning. But in this case, it's warping me close. Kill all these guys. Go back to this room where we got stuck before, and we got a key in it, and we'll just like these, and allow us to go through. So those are wall masters. They bring you back to the beginning if they grab you. They don't hurt you though. It's just kind of annoying to have to go back to the beginning. It's not that far, but I have to keep on repeating this. What if I get more seeds? So on that tree you saw in the overworld that I kind of tried to go pick them up, but it said it was too hot, so I couldn't pick them up because I didn't have somewhere to put them. There's our first ring of the game. Super exciting. Oh, there's the boss key room. The boss room. Where these guys? Ah! So close, so close. Maybe I'll light them on fire this time. Can I get some more seeds? No, don't want to give me seeds. Do the next one and give me seeds. So let's light them all on fire. There we go. See if I can get. Oh, yeah, there we go. Now I'm gonna light all these guys on fire. I'm sure now they don't want to bother me in that room. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it doesn't kill them. Crap. So going off the first level theme, there's your boss. Takes a couple more hits, but still. There we go. Get my heart container. Carry on my way to get the first essence of nature. So that was the first dungeon. We got our first essence of nature. And we'll pick this up. Hopefully I can get another episode up tomorrow, if not the day after. I want to try to start at least 3 videos a week. I would love to get one at least 5 as it going forward. Gotta see how much time I have after work to do this. I'm really excited if you guys made it to this point. This is my first video, so I'm not really good with the audio commentary, but I hope to get better by doing this more and more. I really like playing video games, so I thought this could be something fun to do on the side. After work, relax, come home, play some video games, share my fun in playing the games with you guys. So, thank you for watching. Hope you come to watch again next time.